Hey everyone, welcome back to more Pokemon Conquest Ultimate. In the last episode, we finished off Hanbai's story, the Reluctant Genius. Today, there is still plenty of choices to be made. And at the moment, I'm going to go for Kanetsugu because I do know for a fact that completing his storyline unlocks another one. And I think I want to just prioritize unlocking all the storylines, and then we'll slowly start to finish them off. So yeah, Land of Love and Righteousness. This is Kanetsugu's chance. He must prove to his Lord Kenshin that he can spread love and righteousness all across the land. Isn't there another one that is kind of similar in name? Yeah, Pride and Precautiousness is somewhat similar in name, but okay, the Land of Love and Righteousness. Let's start. This falls under the Junior Warlord storyline, so it's basically just conquer all of Ronsai. Once upon a time, at the gathering of Ronsai's warlord, a decision was reached. Tests was to be carried out to determine the strength of each kingdom's junior warriors, or would be selected from each kingdom, assigned to a castle at random, and asked to demonstrate their skills on the battlefield. Warriors themselves were not allowed to offer any help. Lord Kenshin, you must select someone from your army. I choose you, Kanetsugu. What? You wish for me to do battle in your stead? To take responsibility of running the kingdom in your place. Very well, I shall do my utmost. I aim to create a world filled with love and righteousness. Very enthusiastic. You shall show Ronsai the truth path, I'm sure. Okay. We do get Aya in our squad, I believe. We don't start in Illusio. We start off in Viperia. Yeah, that Viperia kind of sucks to start off with. I'll tell you that much. So, if I'm correct, everyone always sort of starts with the same number of I think Munishiya always starts off with 3 kingdoms no matter what. I think Ochi always starts off with 2 kingdoms no matter what. And then I believe there's someone else that starts off with 2. I think it might be Kai. Yeah, Kai starts off with 2. So, Munishiya is always the guy that sort of blocks off most of the land. So we have an Articuno and a Latios. So, taking over Spectra would not gather us any warriors. Taking over Craxper is like the same. So we could either go for Tadakatsu, but then we don't have any super effective moves against the Warlord, so getting them would be pretty difficult. So I think starting off with Gracia is probably our best bet. Illusio is also free, technically, in that regard. But I think Gracia is a good starting position to take care of. Viperia is definitely an awkward opening area, if you ask me. Also, I believe Hanbei also has two kingdoms to his name. I think that's also how they kind of determine the difficulty of the Junior Warline storyline. Is it's mostly dependent on how many guys or how many kingdoms do you start off with and how many warlords do you start off with. So Kanetsugu only starts with 1 area, but he does have 2 warlords instead of 1. And I mean, where you spawn is just completely random. Like, we could have in theory started off at like a better place, I'd imagine, but yep, Viperia, I'd say, is probably almost the worst place to start. I'd say the absolute worst place to start is probably Craxper or Avia. Although I think Illusio and Terrera also aren't great. At least you do kind of sit in a border place, but like, I mean, let's be honest, we'll probably take over the entire head before the enemy even starts thinking about going after us. First thing first, we slice you open. And Ice Ball and Fire Spin. A lot of those should not be in that much danger. Though an Ice Ball could hurt. Back you off a bit. Gallade would be good here. Attack up. Yeah, this could hurt. Damn it. Okay, he does reach, but we have Flash Fire. I may have forgotten about the fact we had Flash Fire. That comes in at a nice timing. Gosh, you've Convalescence, but you can at least reach Wall Rain. Hit you with a Luster Purge, I guess. And a Dream Eater. Place you here. Next turn we'll take care of Meowscarada, I imagine. Okay. Oh, thank God. Alright, well, at least we survived that portion. Also, he does not have the capabilities of finishing off Bronzong, so there's that. I'm gonna do this because this guarantees the recruitment, otherwise I think we would turn too late. So yeah, plus 4, 4.7, 6.3, basically 4. And we get all of these guys. So yeah, Celebi, Lapras, Weavile, and Castform. So we have some good guys to the squad. I think our best bet is to take the head. Go for the head first. That to me makes sense. Nobody else was anything straight away anyways, so. We can either go for Ranmaru or we can go for Okuni. Honestly, I mean, Ranmaru's really weak right now. On the negative, we don't really have anything that can easily take Ranmaru's place. Yeah, I don't know. Uchi is much better defended, so I think we'll definitely take some of our guys over here to take care of you. Honestly, I think I'll just send U4 over here, and U4 maybe go and try to take care of that. Actually gonna be maybe pretty doable. I think we might not recruit Okuni, but we can at least recruit the other 4 Pokemon. I'm pretty confident in that. I'll use the other team to take care of, hopefully, Ochi's army. And then we'll see what happens the month afterwards. Bronzing is probably the one who I would have wanted to have over there, but Blue's over there. Something tells me that Volcarona is probably going to be the one that's going to be hiding here, although I want it to be a Cricketune. Yeah, it is Volcarona, so that probably means we're not getting Okuni in time. You don't have a super effective move on it. Definitely looks like we'll get Aggron and probably Sneasler as well. Let's really look out a bit for Mr. Quick and Tot, or Quick and Tune. That's unfortunately not a one-shot. Maybe together with this, yeah, that works out. That works out. Not a ton of damage, but it is something. Orange. It means not really where we want to go. But maybe in the next turn it turns into something else. I don't know. Free damage and a flinch figures. Unless this is a burn, then we're not in that much danger. It's not a burn, so... $13 damage. It might take a while. Well, I mean, at least we'll win the match. That is, at the end of the day, the most important thing. But yeah, missing out on Okuni could potentially be a pain in the ass. If we'd gotten Volcarona, we would have been able to get Tadakatsu's Metagrows. We would have been able to recruit Tadakatsu pretty easily. But, like, also, even if we don't get the Warlords, it's not like the end of the world. Like, the Warlords are good, but also, like, they're not necessary per se. Alright, Okuni has gone off somewhere. But I mean, we do get Orbeetle, Gengar, Goldengo, and Cursula. Yeah, these guys are not particularly good outside of that Gengar. But it's better than nothing. We do get an energy increase, which I'm assuming is going to be the case for everyone in our squad. I'm hoping. Yeah, it looks like it. So maybe we can do this one. This one can go both ways. I can see us losing this one as well, I'm going to be honest. But we're not recruiting anyone from this battle anyways, so like if it takes a little longer, it's not a big deal. If we don't, fitting someone off with a super effective attack doesn't matter that much. This one's purely about like getting the victory over the line, hopefully. So we definitely want Weavile this way. Honestly, I think we just want everyone this way. Okay, of course the fire doesn't pressure them at all. I mean, technically we can go in here and kill Golurk, but I'm gonna wait one turn, make them come over to me. Maybe they'll position themselves in a way that we can hit both Golurk and Draco's ult. Yeah, I figured it was a decent chance of that happening. At Espeon is poison, that's only positive. Two dead, very nice. Alright. Probably going to be doing damage. But we'll let them go over here. Assuming only Meloetta is going to be able to do something, really. So, if you're just kind of chilling there, those two do a decent bit of damage to us. Espeon's in the back, heals the poison off. That's a little unfortunate, but you know what you're gonna do. Alright, so to me this seems like the best choice of offense. We finish off Leafeon. And we can go over here actually and just finish off both. Alright, awesome. Haha, look at that. I wasn't sure how effective Weavile was going to be, because I feel like sometimes that Meloetta can be like a real issue. But nope, this time we just finish it off quite easily. So yeah, Ochi is down to 1 territory. Because now we have 4 kingdoms that are more or less there for the taking, although they can get significantly stronger in like 1 month still at this point. So yeah, over here is, by the way, Muneshige completely blocks like these kingdoms off to us, which is annoying. Yeah, Hanbai does have 2. Yeah, Hanzo is part of this as well, but then Hanzo's storyline is the ninja storyline. I think he's the only one. Actually, Kai does the same thing. Kai, I believe, is a beauty storyline and not a junior warlord storyline. So, like, those two for some reason are in this storyline as leaders, but you don't have to actually. With Ranmaru, it's the same thing. He has a beauty storyline as well instead. Okay, Ochi is apparently in Nick Storm, but is definitely the strongest opponent over there. Alright, well, do we even have anything really to take care of Ranmaru? Not really. In that same front, we don't have great options to you. Or to really, to basically anyone. That being said, though, I think Latios and Articuno can pretty easily take care of this one on their own. Without any reinforcements. If we take the head, even if we like don't end up getting any of the warlords, we're still gonna end up with a decent chunk of warriors. Yeah, we'll just use the 2 of them. I think they both have levitate anyways, or one flies and the other has levitate. Yeah. Damn, he's really just running off. Like, I get why the other 2 run off, right? But it's like, damn. It's like that, is it? Well, I mean, you're done for. I'm gonna fly over here. Maybe that centralizes them. I mean, I think more or less. It, I mean, it'd be cool if you killed it. But yeah, I didn't expect that to happen. I mean, maybe this recruits. Yeah, this is not a recruitment, I think. Nope, but we do get Sneasler and Noivern, who, well, will turn into different Pokemon, but we'll see who it actually. We got Dragalge and Tyrantrum, who are both kind of. Eh. I don't think they're great, if you ask me. They're just sort of okay at best. So yeah, taking care of you. I mean, Lapras basically clears at least two of them. I think if we bring like a Gallade over here as well. Do we need ice typing? I mean, it wouldn't be that useful here anymore. The Pokemon that are weak to ice were gone here. Weavile will wait for his thing. Same goes for Celebi. I'll wait with these two and put them in Viperia for a sec. Now who? Curselock. Does Curselock use rock type moves? I don't remember. Yeah, it does. Yeah, let's bring Curselock. Curselock makes sense. See what they have. Goldengo doesn't seem that necessary for them, but also, Goldengo uses a steel type move. That would be. They don't have great options to Skarmory, but. We'd only have a team of 6. So we're gonna have to send this team out to try and defeat Ochi, and this team to try and defeat Yukimura. I think the Yukimura fight's pretty doable, but the Ochi fight will be a little harder. And then, you know, the spoils will go to in the Illusio and eventually Viperia. But yeah, if we take over these two in this month still, then we'll have a very successful March. And then it's essentially, I mean, then we're at the halfway mark, more or less. So it's a very strong first episode. So if y'all enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.